LifeSouth Community Blood Center. He did tell me that the weather was my responsibility before he was going to the beach with his family this past weekend. So I did my best. I did what I do, and I have an app for that, And so let's see if it worked out for him. I tried my best. I don't know if I succeeded or not. Galen, how did I do with the weather? Did I do okay?
No. You didn't. We didn't go.
Why? Saturday was a beautiful.
We only had to go over for the day. Here's the thing. So you wake up, it's pouring rain.
That's it.
So we couldn't leave. We couldn't leave until 10, almost like 11 o'clock. And so I'm looking, and the rain and the storm is just going right to Ormond Beach. So, and then I'm looking at the forecast, and it looked like it was going to rain the whole day over there. Apparently it did. I still blame you.
You should have had faith. You should have had faith.
Yeah. I know. If we really wanted to leave early, but we couldn't. So once we couldn't leave until 11, that means you're not getting there till 12:30. And anywhere in Florida, it starts raining at 3. And it's just like, gosh, just not going to happen.
All right, I'm not making this up. There's a guy outside with a fly swatter. Now, why you don't carry a fly swatter outdoors? You carry.
Yeah.
I just killed.
Well, Larry, those flies. Maybe he's got a vendetta against them.
Oh, the guy. The fly that was just in here is gone. He went to fly heaven.
Yes, he did. Larry took care of him.
He got another set of wings. Did I ever tell you that I learned how to kill flies from a football player, a famous football player?
No, Larry, bring it on.
I never told you this story?
This is going.
1977. I was working at a pizza place in Santa Monica, California, on the beach. It was an open-air place, and I was trying to kill flies with my hand slapping them on the counter. And a guy came to the counter, and he ordered whatever he ordered, and he saw me. He said, "Let me show you how to kill flies." Mm-hmm. So instead of slamming his hand down on the counter, he clapped his hands above the fly. Mm-hmm. And every single time the fly flew in between his hands and they died. I said, whoa. So I tried it, and sure enough, it worked. And I just tried it now, and it worked. Well, anyway, after I killed a few flies, and after this guy left, I don't know why the other guy I worked with didn't come out sooner, but he did. He came out after the guy left, and he said, my gosh, did you get his autograph? And I said, no, why? Mm-hmm. He said, oh, my God, he is, and he named him with the NFL, whatever team he said. I don't even remember. There was a famous football player showed me how to kill flies. I don't know who he was.
That's cool.
It would be better if you knew who he was, Larry.
It would be way better.
But then it would be shocking because that wouldn't be you. You wouldn't know that.
That's right. Well, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who it was.
Yeah, but the other fella should have come out to say at least hey or something.
Maybe he was intimidated. He said, oh, my gosh, he's talking to Grover Cleveland or some guy, some name. I don't know.
That's a president. Guess what? If Grover Cleveland walked in, that would be something.
No, I think in 77 he was still around.
Yeah.
All right. I know. I'm teasing.
Because now I'm doing the math in my head.
I know. All right. So let me ask you something. I got a couple things I want to ask you. Well, let's get the blood thing out of the way. How's the blood supply?
we're okay. We need more. The rain has really hurt our blood drives. I think I've talked about that a lot. How weather plays such a huge role. And that rain, the last half of the last week was just devastating to our blood supply. So hopefully it won't rain today. It looks okay unless Larry screws this up. So get out there and roll up your sleeves and donate blood.
There you go. And don't forget to thank Penn Flooring because they sponsored this segment with Galen. They have some beautiful flooring for you to remodel your home from the floor up. They've got carpeting, of course. They've got wood flooring and all kinds of flooring. And
I've got to go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. Their showroom is at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the McKay-Williams Bridge, which crosses the railroad tracks a few blocks from Pine Avenue.
On the north side.
Go to Penn Flooring and thank them for sponsoring this segment. And get yourself some new flooring while you're there, too. Did you want to say something?
I have to tell you a story.
Okay.
So my wife and I are going into Publix this weekend, and I was stopped and told that Donald Trump was a hero and that I need to support Donald Trump. So
who told you that?
To, some random person. So I am here to advocate for Donald Trump for the President of the United States.
You did what now?
My
There you
wife's like,
go.
what was that all about? I'm like, I'm not sure. I said, I have said some things about Donald Trump on the radio. I don't know if that's what this is related to. I'll be pro Donald from henceforth.
Some random person. Gosh, they heard you voicing
It's
your.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. I don't know if he says that to everyone or it's just me.
I mean, were you identifiable in any way? I mean, could the person know that you...
I don't know that. It wasn't that long. It wasn't a conversation. It was more of a shout out.
Oh, gee.
Anything else? But I thought it was pretty good.
So-
I enjoyed it.
So nothing you were wearing indicated you were with LifeSouth?
No.
Did you have a comeback or anything, or were you just like
No,
taken
he was
aback?
gone. He
Oh,
left. He was out. I just, my wife's like, what was that about? Like, I don't know.
Oh, gosh.
That guy?
I overheard something in a Publix. Let me share this, what I overheard.
Scary.
Well, wait. I can't wait to tell Joe this. If he's listening, he's going to fall over. I was in the deli section, wherever that's where they make the sandwiches, right?
Yeah.
And I overheard this. I overheard this man saying to the
That's so
woman
funny.
that he won 2 tickets to the water park here in Ocala.
Wild Water.
Wild Waters, thank you. And she said, "Oh, how'd you do that?" He said, "On the radio." She, "Oh, did you answer a trivia question?" No, the way they do it on this show is they answer the questions. You just have to bet on one of them. So I mean, he didn't say fun with Joe. He just kind of described fun with Joe.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, either somebody else is using our idea or he listens to Fun with Joe.
So you didn't introduce yourself or anything?
No, are you kidding? Do you do that?
Why not? Yes.
You do? When you wait, you overhear somebody.
All the time. Yeah. Hey, I say, oh yeah, what's your name? And even if you say something like, hey, I listen to that show. What's your name? You know, and then yes.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
No, I don't.
They'll ask for your autograph, and next thing you know, you got a free sandwich.
That's right. That is important.
It happens very rare. Although, yesterday when I was driving around, I heard whatever show is on. It's some kind of air conditioning show that we run. And again, I was at Publix, and I heard some guy in his car listening to it. So, listening to
I
the.
like Publix. I'm pro Publix.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, by the way, I want to ask you.
When we moved from Maryland, when we moved to Maryland, I should say, my wife said, I'm never living anywhere where there's not a Publix again. That was
Wow.
You know what? I agree with that. That's a pretty good statement. Yeah, it is.
Well,
I mean, I like Piggly Wiggly.
We're limited to the southeast.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Piggly Wiggly was pre-Publix, I think, right? Or they
I
were
don't
like
know.
shared or something.
Oh yeah, Piggly Wiggly's really, really old.
But I can't think of a grocery store up north that I really was like was it the same caliber or whatever. Boy, we're giving Publix an ad here, aren't we?
Kroger was up in Milwaukee.
I like Publix.
All right, so I have a question
Yeah,
for
me
you.
too.
All right,
Yeah.
what is the better part of a cupcake? Is it the cake or the frosting?
Yeah, it's a great question.
What is
I
the-
have to answer each one of those individually. So I'm going to need to taste them all and then let you know.
But what is the better part generally of a cupcake? It's the frosting.
Oh, that again, Larry. I'm not one to make generalities. You know me.
The cupcake is just a vehicle. The cake is just a vehicle to carry the frosting.
Right.
Is it though?
Yeah, because you don't
Not
really
if it's done right. Not if the cake itself
really.
could be.
Is it ever? But is it ever?
Shortcake.
Don't you pull the bottom off and kind of just out of obligation you eat it?
Eat the one with the
No,
frost.
no. And again, it depends on the style of cake and what kind of batter they make. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to just discard the power of the cake itself.
Did you hear what we were doing before we took the break earlier?
Yeah, the strangers.
Yeah, I got some more of them I want to share with you.
So we're done with cupcake.
When we come back, yes, we'll be right back.
Blew up the cupcake and said, "This isn't going to work."
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Some sunshine today with a thunderstorm around this afternoon, high 87 to 91. Clear to partly cloudy tonight. There can be a shower or thunderstorm along the coast early on, low 72 to 76. For tomorrow, sunshine mixing with clouds, an afternoon thunderstorm around, high 88 to 92. And for Wednesday, times of clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm, high 88 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services, when your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements. From damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
All right, 17 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Boy, it's nice looking day, huh? To be a nice day to go to the beach.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous day.
If you didn't get to the beach over the weekend, you might want to just take the day off and go today.
Thanks, Larry.
Or leave at noon.
All right, so I do have nice things that strangers did for other people. It's a fun topic, actually. But the other part of the better part, like when I was talking about the cupcake, you may disagree that the cake is not the better part, that the frosting is the better, But in a banana split, I was thinking about this. The ice cream is the better part, and that's what's left at the end. I mean, once you get through all the other stuff is good too. Once you get through the cream and the nuts and the toppings,
bananas,
the bananas and the chocolate, you're down to just the ice cream, which is truly the better part.
Yeah, that's the main event.
You see, this is the whole thing. It's a package deal. I mean, you couldn't just eat the icing of a cupcake, could you? Could you just eat like a bowl of icing?
No, absolutely not. No.
So therefore, you need the cupcake. And so one isn't as good as without the other. They complement one another with each other. Same thing with the banana split. Sometimes you just want ice cream. Sometimes you want everything in the store in a bowl. That's the banana split.
Yep.
That's right. That's good perspective. I love that.
All right, so do you have any stories of a stranger doing something for you that was really super nice?
Well, no, but I'm stuck on the banana split. And I'll say, when you're making a banana split, make sure the bananas aren't frozen. All right?
Absolutely.
That's not very tasty.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, I heard this earlier. I mean, there's a million things. I mean, from I've been stuck on the side of the road and somebody has stopped to help me change a tire, or things like that. Nothing as profound as some of the stories you've been telling.
Yeah. Well, these are because I went hunting for them. All right, so let me read you one.
I mean, in my job, I meet strangers every day who give blood, and that's pretty incredible. So,
well, that's a good. Wow, that's a good.
I see
that's a good segue.
Day.
All right. Let's see. In 2008, I was driving on a freeway in L.A. While switching lanes, a car came out of nowhere, swerving into my lane. The car caused me to veer out of the lane, and I lost control, ricocheting off of the center divider. I broke my hand and totaled my car, And the car that caused the accident drove off. The police said there was no way we would ever figure out who caused the accident. But as the police were putting together the report, somebody called in, said they followed him, gave them the information. So that was a nice.
Oh, nice gesture. Sure.
Of course, they were in trouble. Let's see. My freshman year out of college at the University of Oklahoma was a tough start. I was adjusting to the newness of the college and trying to pave my way at the university where I knew no one. One morning I was walking to class and having a bad day. To add insult to injury, it was pouring rain and I forgot my umbrella. At the crosswalk, I was standing in the rain like a chump until this kind girl approached me and put her umbrella over me without asking.
Nice. Boy.
There you go. That was from Clark.
Nice job, Clark.
We ended up talking. And we were walking to the same journalism class.
Wow.
Nice. Nice.
And he's hoping it rained all the time. I'm moving to Oregon.
In like one of those magazines where you submit letters, Larry.
right. Yes.
Is it proper etiquette for a woman to offer a fellow an umbrella?
Absolutely. That's just kind-hearted nature.
Robin may have...
That guy's whole life. Listen to it. He wrote a story about it.
Robin may not have read the letters you were referring to.
Let's be honest, right? She had to be hot. Because if she wasn't, he wouldn't be telling the story the same.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly.
And if she wasn't hot, she is now in his mind. Yeah.
Let's see. After one of the really bad snowstorms, I went to dig my car out after I got home from work. I was expecting it to be bad, but not as bad as it was. After trying for a while, a man who was digging out his own car saw me losing this uphill battle and came to help me. My car would probably still be under snow if it wasn't for him.
Nice.
That's so nice.
Let's go.
So good.
Ashley wrote
shoveling
that.
snow is one of the worst things on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, I only did it like for one season, but it's horrific. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's snow. And you're doing it in the snow.
Yeah.
Not smart. Not good. Not good.
That's why you make friends with the guy down the block that has a snowblower, because he's got to use it somewhere, so he cleans off the sidewalks.
Yeah.
At least in my neighborhood.
The nicest thing a stranger has done for me is cover my family's food ticket at a restaurant. Once another guest covered my family's tab because my father was eating in uniform and they wanted to thank him for his service. I know it was probably only a $40 tab, but things like that mean a lot to me. My father is my hero, and it just melts my heart when other people see him in that light too. My dad is a retired military, and he has never been one to show emotions. When we go to dinner, if he sees anyone military, he pays the bill. He doesn't expect thanks, and when he was thanked once, he got very embarrassed. There you go.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
There have been many times where the kindness of strangers has benefited me, but the one that stands out the most was when I was 21 years old, and within the course of 24 hours, I had a total meltdown at work.
Oh.
That culminated in me collapsing, crying, and quitting.
There you go.
I was working the night shift. I was sitting in my car after I had just quit. It was 3 a.m. I worked the graveyard shift. I quit midway through the workday. I went to the place I lived with my boyfriend. I found the doors locked and my stuff in bags in the yard. And when I knocked, his mom was there and told me that he had broken up with me. Oh, that's not good. So I driven back to the parking lot and just cried. I got out of the car and sat on the curb and had no idea what to do. Out of nowhere, an older woman came up to me, handed me a little orange flower, sat beside me, and held my hand tightly, like the kind of hand your grandma would do, hand holding your grandma would do. Or maybe that she was just being my grandma. Anyway, I don't know what is wrong, she said. I'm just reading this. I'm trying to make it make sense. But you are a kind soul. You will be okay. And asked if she could pray with me. So there you go.
Gosh.
Made her day.
Isn't that something?
I used to bring pizzas to the guys in the park.
Yeah, you did. You said you did, yeah.
By the way,
Bums.
there was a guy who came up to us in Lake Eola. Was it Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday. He said, "Let me shake your hand." And I shook his hand. He said, "My name is David." I said, "Hello, David." He said, I said to him, "Are you going to ask me for money?" He said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Well, do you take credit card? Because that's all I got."
Yeah. No loose change here. That's the truth.
Imagine if he ripped it out and said, "Yeah."
Right, yeah. Here you go. Here you go. Swipe it off my iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much you want to donate to me
Here,
today?
please.
Yeah. I'll even give you a
It's a
receipt.
reoccurring donation.
Yeah, right. Yeah, do you want to set this up for automatic payments? Here's another one. Many years ago, I was going to school full-time and working nights at a bar until 1 in the morning. I was so tired, just barely making ends meet. One night, I was waiting on these two businessmen. We got to talking about my plans, how I was 6 months from graduating and landing a great programming job. Before I left, these guys each gave me $100 and told me to treat myself to something I couldn't afford.
Oh.
So I got myself a PlayStation 2. It was such a kind gesture that I've never forgotten it. Wow. PlayStation 2.
For $100.
Well, nobody gave me $100.
Really?
Nobody ever bought me a meal when I was in uniform either.
Really?
No, different times. It was a different time. I mean, it's between the way we treat the military now and when we did pre 9/11 is completely different, and I think it's a good thing.
And
really,
it is
really
a good
do.
thing. But even when you were in the service, it was way better than the Vietnam vets experienced.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, yes. I'm not comparing myself to that, but we were not. We were looked at as almost, wonder why that guy ended up in the military. I wonder if he did something wrong.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah, it's like, how'd you end up in the military? It was never, why did you choose to defend your country? It's
Yeah,
like, wow,
right.
how'd you end up here?
Yeah.
It's like the end of the road. And so, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
right,
Really?
right.
Hold
you
on.
get paid and
There's
you
a-
get school and
Let
you're
me take a
fine.
phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Robin.
Hey.
Good morning,
Good
Galen.
morning.
Hey, Joe.
Listen, you were talking about good deeds.
Mm-hmm.
Patsy and I were walking back to the station from the WOCA commissary, and a veteran with a cane was in front of us. Walking towards him was a 16-year-old child, maybe younger. He stopped, walked away from his group, walked up to the man, shook his hand, and said, "Thank you for your service."
Oh, wow.
My eyes leaked. And that's something that just happened 2 days ago.
That is a great story. There you go. Right here in the mall.
Right. So, it's not all lost when you think, it's like they don't care. Something like that happens. It's good. There's still hope.
Gosh, I don't know who this guy is, but he's got a great voice, doesn't he?
I know he does. He should be on radio.
He's the source of the source.
He's the alpha male of the source.
They talk
Yes.
about a
Yeah, he's the source of the source.
Listen to it.
Well, that's such a great story because, the 16-year-old, like you just said, left his group of other 16-year-olds, and that takes, courage on his part not to follow the crowd and be an individual.
Yeah, absolutely. I usually don't recognize Joe without the bell, though.
Now.
All right. Thanks, Joe. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
I think Joe should carry the bell around at all times. That way I recognize him instantly.
The bell.
People love that segment. They absolutely do.
Ding, ding, ding.
Well,
Absolutely.
here's something I'm going to do the segue today. If you
Okay.
are in the hospital right now and you are awaiting surgery, the blood you will get is from a complete stranger.
Mm-hmm.
How about that for a segue?
right.
Yeah.
More than likely.
right.
More than likely. There might be some exceptions to that, but I'm guessing it's more than 99% of the time correct, right?
Mm-hmm. I would
Correct.
think so.
Yeah. All right. So with that said, and since we don't have any more time to talk about cupcakes and banana splits, where is the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, Larry, is at the Walmart out there on 200. Way out there on 200.
By 484.
Almost to Citrus County. Yeah.
Yep, 484 and 200.
All right. If you can't get out there, you can go right next door to the Cascades on Silver Springs Boulevard. That's where LifeSouth is. Donate blood. You save some lives. Nobody who will benefit will ever know it was you, but you'll know.
That's it.
And God will know.
Yes, he will.
Yeah.
He
Right.
always does.
Within within 3 days, that blood is at the hospital. So,
all right, Galen.
To get the life.
Enjoy the sunny day that you should be at the beach.
Yeah. Thanks, Larry.
All right, bye.
All right,
Radio,
bye, all.
I'm Pat O'Neill. More violence in Ferguson, Missouri. A man in critical condition after police say he opened fire on them and they shot back. It happened during protests 1 year after the shooting death of unarmed teen Michael Brown.